Oh,
There we go. React is here. React is here. All right. Hey everyone, Christopher Beast here, and I'm here with JCP the Shadow, also known as
hello,
C.
guys.
And today we're going to be doing a hectic interview because it involves me. So I am a horrible interviewer. But
Well, yeah,
good.
and like you're like basically in all my videos, like your face, your dumb bear face appears in all my videos. So like
Yeah,
it was meant to happen eventually. So
yeah, eventually.
hey, boys.
All right, so to get some law and order in this man, what is most likely going to devolve into mania, we got some questions prepared ahead of time. So you can take this moment to introduce yourself to everyone. For those of us who, those who do not know English.
Okay. All right. So, well, a small introduction about me is just I'm one of I'm one of those guys playing video games, like getting friends, those kind of situations, and I'm always looking forward so people can enjoy my perspective. I'm always trying to share my this perspective to the world. It's a random and bizarre thing that always happens to me. That's basically me. I love what I do. I love making people have a good time. um yeah, I just do what I love.
Respectable, respectable. Yeah. You don't work a day. I think it's something like you don't work a day if you enjoy what you're doing or something. Is the saying? A bit
Mm,
far away from me to be quoting random philosophy.
well, it's just I do what I love. If I am in the mood of doing something, I just do it. If I'm not in
Yeah.
the mood, I wouldn't do it. It's just like it's like
Respectable. Respectable. Yeah, that's respectable. Definitely vibe with that concept. Yeah, no, totally get it. Totally get it. Do what you like and vibe. Vibe.
yeah.
So the key reason that this interview is happening is, and really the key piece of content that you are well known for is What the Vigor. It is quite an interesting series, and I think it would be best if you were to describe it in your own words, what exactly it is to you, at least.
Okay, so what the bigger it's something. It's just like back in the day, like 2019, when I discovered the game, when I actually discovered the community. Back then when you had the bigger rivals and all that. So um I discovered the Xbox clips, like making clips on Xbox, like everything that can happen to you. You can just clip the last 30 seconds of what just happened. So while playing Bigor, just like learning to play and all that, I got some weird situations, and I was like,
Yeah,
people
no,
should see this. It's like people should watch this, and I think they would enjoy it.
yeah.
So
I mean, especially if you watch What the Vigor, it is definitely. I mean, you've described it as a time capsule to what old Vigor was like, and I think that's a pretty apt description. I mean, back in the day, as you said, 2019, Vigo wasn't the same game that we're playing now. It was a mess, horribly buggy. It was horribly toxic. Well, to a degree, but there's a lot of things about Vigo back in the day that made you go, "Hey, what was that?" And I mean, what the Vigor? It's in the title, what what just happened? What is this that is occurring?
okay, so why did I create what the bigger? So this thing all started back in 2012. Mm, okay, so by that time I used to watch a lot of Gmod videos, especially one called Team Fortress 2 Moments with Heavy's Retarded Holiday from Kitty0706. So that year, my mother bought me a laptop, a Toshiba Satellite series. It was like a video game laptop by that time.
Mhm.
So, Gmod, of course, there was a lot of Team Fortress 2 movement. So I started to play Team Fortress 2. until
Mhm.
one day when I was playing the Mario Kart DM, the deathmatch, I
Mhm.
actually got to meet Elliot himself, the TKO 706. So I was
Mhm.
like, "Holy shit, man! I know someone that makes videos," and we started to chat. We actually became friends eventually, and when just when time happened, I was in a chat with River Fruit, Run from the Benches, Kiddo 706. That's bullshit. Storming ideas for Team Fabulous too. Actually,
Mhm.
it's the most famous video that Elliot made,
Mhm.
and actually helped with some ideas. But
Mhm.
that was back in 2012. So eventually things happened. I got my high school and all that. I didn't make any videos because I didn't feel like it. My
Mhm.
laptop was kind of not that good for that, and
Mhm.
I had like no knowledge about it. Okay, so on January 2015, sadly, Elliot Kidio 706, Colin Wyckoff, passed away. He was diagnosed with leukemia. He
Mhm.
got rid of it, and then eventually he got it back. And when he got it back, it was devastating. And he just had like 3 days to live, and
Yeah.
shit happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so then things start to move on. This is now 2019. I
Mhm.
discovered this game, Big Or, survival
Mhm.
looter, where you can actually get inside, get in a match and encounter, and you're like playing your cards. So if you
Mhm.
survive, you get your loot. If you don't, you lose your loot.
Mhm.
So it was kind of exciting for me. It was something new because I played Rust and all that, and well,
Yeah.
Rust is a toxic thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I
so
get what you're saying.
um,
Yeah.
so Bigor was totally different. It was something concrete, and I can assure you, yeah, by that time, 1.0, it was really messed. Like I bet I no, it was a point 0.9. Sorry, it was 0.9 when I knew it, when I discovered it. Um, the game was impossible to play because only one of 5 games you would be able to play, because the other 4 you would get disconnected, the server was
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And
Back in the day, man. Back in the day, it
back
was
in the
bad.
day,
It
yeah,
was bad.
it was bad, but the good thing is that that game out of the 5 was amazing. Like you get
Yeah.
to I've always been like this kind of being silent and wait for the best time and headshot the guy. It was kind of fun for me. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, it's a world I can be like sneaky boy and get in their backs and kill them. So um like I said, I start to get some clips of random shit happen to me, like random things happening to me. So I was like, hey man, this is cool, like just cool. So then on Facebook one day I saw that they were making a tournament. Okay, I believe myself, I was, hey, I'm pretty good with this game, so I should join. So I joined. It was a tournament, so you can one tournament, so you can participate in the next tournament for Vigo rivals. Like all
Mhm.
the partners used to will get their participants to play with them on with
Mhm.
against other Twitch streamers and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up on that tournament on 6th place. I remember I actually got mad at a cousin because she was here in the house. He was doing like a lot of things, and he got me lagged.
Mhm.
But I remember you and actually Honorable Bandits, the Smokey.
Yeah.
You actually
Me as
taught
well.
me. You mentioned me. Hey, you should participate in the next one. I was like, yeah. So I discovered this game, and then I discovered a solid new community that was BSL and HBD. The Honorable Bandits. So I was
Yeah.
totally in love with the game. I was like, hey man, maybe the game is kind of messed up with a lot of glitches and all that, but it's a fun game. It's refreshing. It's different. So
Yeah.
I started to make What the Bigger. What the Bigger, born from the idea of, hey, I gotta make a video because it's gonna be the 5th anniversary of Kitty 706 of Elliot.
Mhm.
So um, Kitty left a Bible on his channel, so people can actually create their own videos. So I used this Bible. I got depressed because, of course, it was a friend of mine, a close friend of mine. But eventually, I made what the bigger. I based myself on Kitty 706, trying to make, for instance, Flying Kitty's content to make it. As soon as it came up at the beginning, I straight got the support of close people in the community, like BSL, you. I got the support of the Honorable Bandits and all that. But a lot of people came and saw this different content, like totally different content from the straight on the regular basis. People are used to it. Still, they are used to just see regular content as, hey, this is my top 10 kills of the week, and all that. So they discovered this new content for the game, and they were not like, they did not like it straight. Like what the bigger at the beginning felt like. I made it as a love letter for my friend, but I did not receive that much support from the community at the beginning.
Yeah.
They eventually started to like it, but eventually, because they were like, it was weird because there's not enough footage. Why did you add the toxic messages? It is too long video. Those kind of comments, like those kind of typical critics that somewhat lead, like they don't lead you to anywhere. They just give you the critics, and they don't tell, hey, you should do this. But I got a comment from a guy. I don't remember because he always changed his name. He made a comment on the video. You won't do it again. Okay. you if you already watch What the Bigger 1, 1.5, and What the Bigger 2, you already know who I am talking about. The this guy that in every video comes and, hey, you won't do it again. Like, So things happen.
Yeah, let me prove you. Let me prove it to you. I can do it again.
So
thankfully that you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. But things happened, on 2020, the COVID happened. My girlfriend left me. A lot of things happened. I was in a very deep depression. But by the end of 2020, I actually started playing again before. And actually, I got back. I think it was season 5 or season 6 when with the music, like the vinyls, the vinyls, started to show up. So I'm a freelancer. I work as a freelancer for multiple projects. So once I had to clean some audio. So I said, hey, why not? I should record just the music of Bigor and just like clean it and post it on my YouTube. Okay. By that time, I only had like 10, 30 subscribers. It was really low. Like nobody knew who I was. So I made a video also. I posted the whole the entire music, and also I made a video of a Polish raider. It's like this guy dancing in the middle, and then says, "No, give me your loot," and kills everyone, and the one that survives gets camped, like exit camp with a shotgun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good video, but not everyone liked it. So I wanted to make What the Bigger 2, okay, but for 2020 I got stuck. Like, hey, I had all footage, but it got stuck. So I remember one day we started discussing BSL because of the you were all like, hey, LMGs are totally aggressive, they should just rush, and I was like, no, LMGs are more supportive, are more defensive stance. And we had a pretty big discussion about that. And
and I remember, if I'm remembering right, so like I think it was like Fluffy Genius were saying like suppression isn't real in Vigor, and I was like, what? And you were like, what? And that was a good conversation.
Yeah, everything involving Fluffy and Genius in the same conversation is kind of
painful. Love the two of them. Love the two of
them. So
not to handle.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually got mad at both of you because, like you said, I was I was wrong because I said like, hey, machine guns are not aggressive because you're heavier. You cannot like have a good accuracy, and compared to the to the H bar. Oh, the goddamn H bar. The H
Got
bar.
the H bar.
No. The SG1. At that time, the SG1 was God. My
That's
God.
shit,
No.
man.
Yeah,
That's shit.
yeah. The SG1 with
Don't
ghost
want
bullets, like 30 ammo capacity. Oh my God, it was cancer. Anyway,
horrible.
so I got mad and I said, hey, I should focus this anger on making another What the Bigger. And I was like, oh, okay. And I got this old footage, like really old footage, like season 1 and season 2. And I noticed, hey, I cannot call this What the Bigger 2 because it's old footage. Like people are gonna see it and gonna say, what the hell is this? Like, what is this? This is old footage. Why are you calling it What the Bigger 2? So
that's
I
a
made the video.
1.5.
Yeah, I decided to name it 1.5 as a joke for. Have you played Kingdom Hearts? Like Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 1.3, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 1.5 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.3, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, and Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Mix. It's like making a joke about that. So I decided to name What the Bigger, and this video What the Bigger 1.5. As it was a medium rare footage. It was half fake. So I made the video, and of course I called this guy that made the comment, "You won't do it again." Hey man, I did it again. Here's the video.
Yeah.
And he watched it, and okay, the community started to understand my perspective. Okay, community matured at that point. After 2019, 2020, and starting of 2021, the bigger community is more mature, has matured already,
Definitely.
and they were more open to different kinds of ideas. Okay, like let me just mention, like for example, DC Online, when he tried to interview a Bush. He went to his backyard and started to interview Bush because of
I remember that video.
Yeah, it was amazing. That was one of the best videos I've seen about Bigor, man. I totally love it. And
that was great.
Yeah,
that's a throwback.
Whoa, yeah, it is a throwback. It's interesting throwback. So yeah, like community started to actually like more my perspective. And actually I got more. What the Bigger 1.5 got more views at that time, was like 400 views, and What the Bigger one was like 200 views. And I even got people to give me direct messages on Discord. Hey man, you did a great job. Your videos are kind of cool and all that. I was like, oh my God, someone took the time to just give me a direct message. I was like, oh my goodness. So
that feeling is definitely changing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a life changer. That kind of support actually felt pretty good. Okay, so I kept just making small dumb videos and all that. I remember the Daisy things, and then thing just happened. It's like, hey man, I got enough footage now to make it What the Bigger 2, and this should be an improve from What the Bigger 1 and 1.5, because I was an amateur doing some videos, like amateur and edition and all that. So it took me What the Bigger 1 took me 4 weeks to make it, and it was half baked, like straight half baked. What the Bigger 2 What the Bigger 1.5 took me 1 day, exactly 1 day. But there was like literally no edition. It was just literally no edition. The only edition thing I added was the thing when I had no ammo and decided to knuckle the guy and actually kill the guy. So and What the Bigger 2 took me 3 weeks to make, but it was like I was being perfect. I was trying to make
it was like a love letter again, like as you said What the Bigger 1 was.
Yeah,
okay, very good.
So it was this love letter, but not for Elliot. It was actually for me. It was a love letter for me and for the people that actually supported me. I remember that at that time, when I was making the video, the noob shield started to run around. Oh my God, the noob shield. like,
Fucking hell.
like these people running around with the SG1s, believing they're gonna be like totally mortals with their 30
Little armor plates,
yeah,
sports.
30 armor
That's cool.
plates, iodines and all that. Like the like 3/4 of their inventory was just like
Upshotted.
healing and all that stuff. It was really annoying, and how it was really funny because like they were all tryhards and sweaties, and then they just
Mhm.
met a new guy, and this new guy straight headshots them, and they really get mad. It's like it was really fun.
It's the
Yeah,
bad because they're bad. It's the real truth of it, man. It's the real truth of it at the end of
yeah.
the day.
So yeah, I decided to make a different approach on what the bigger. I wanted to make this sketch of I saw this movie. I forgot the name of the movie. It's with Charlie Sheen when they're
Mhm,
in a war movie, but like
mhm.
it's a comedy war movie. Like so there was this scene of Charlie Sheen and another guy shooting themselves um, like 3 feet away and not hitting not hitting each other. Like they were just shooting each other, but they
Yeah.
were not hitting each other. And then the Energizer rabbit comes around and they're like. "Tu, tu, 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 tu." And then they just like turn around and destroy it. So I said, "Hey, why not? I put them as green coats. We call green coats the new players,
Yeah. Yeah. New
and
players. Yeah.
then this Energizer rabbit is gonna be the SG1 H bar guy, SG1 H bar, SG1 H bar, SG1 H bar." And it was really funny. It was my
Yeah.
favorite
It's good.
parts too. So I also something that happened from what the bigger one and what the bigger two. That time is like back in the day, you were able to choose the map. Like all the maps
Mhm,
were in the map selection, and on what the bigger two, it was like it was somewhat new. They were just two maps, two map
mhm,
rotation plus one
mhm.
map for 2 weeks.
Yeah. The feature.
So I don't know why Debs decided, but
The removal of quick play.
n- they removed that like the map selection. I don't know why.
Mhm.
Like map selection was kind of good, so people can actually
Yeah.
play wherever they wanted, and
Yeah.
not have to deal with sweaties on Fail Canton or Anakin, where there would be just the hill roaches. Yeah, hill roaches are the people that don't get
You
outside of it.
fucking-
Yeah, you need hill roaches.
I still ignore it to this day.
Yeah,
Shit, man.
until this day they exist. So how can it? How can I
Hell's
say?
Mountains, man. Hell's
Yeah,
Mountains.
yeah, and map selection is like what was the name of this map? The worst map of Big War at the time at the moment. Forgot the name.
I'd still say it's
It
I would say
was
Falcon. Like I think most people hate like Gromtheim or something. I think that's what most people
Grøntheim. Yeah,
decide.
it was Grøntheim. Okay, so it's like the meme of look at this photograph, and it shows the old map selection. It was great. It was awesome that map selection. And then it's like they show it's Grøntheim on rotation for 2 hours, and then Grøntheim for 14 days on rotation. And it's like iDub saying, "You're torturing me and everyone else watching." Yeah, it's like it was really torture.
Yeah.
Um, but
And I
yeah,
think that goes back to something you said earlier, where the what the Vigor videos really are time capsules of the community at the times they were made. And they're one of the few real opportunities we have as a community to look at a video and not only get a lot of entertainment out of them, because they're funny and the memes are great and they're still pertinent to now, but it's also one of the few ways we have to really document what the community was thinking. Because you can look at older YouTube videos from other content creators, myself, Brian Evans, others, and you can get the idea of what content looked like back then, what editing looked like, what the game looked like. But don't really have any explanations of the community. You can only really get that from what the Vigor that is really in the Vigor community. Only way you can get it, from what I know of it. And,
mhm.
and I think that is one of the beauties of your piece, that it is just this capsule.
Yeah, it's a time capsule. It's just like everything has happened to the community, not just a straight gameplay. It's just
Yeah.
what involved playing Big War at that time. It's like a lot of people is focused on toxicity about Big War. Like, hey man, devs are not doing their job. I remember that time with Petka said, hey, there's something wrong with the antenna. We're not getting crowns, and then they say, oh, we're gonna change the antenna. Oh, well, that backfired so bad.
And
1.1.
like
And
the toxicity of the community, it's always been a thing, but we can see the improvement of the community as well from these time capsules. That like a lot of these things that were problems in what the bigger one, you have just the toxic, TKers. You have the well, not drop shoppers. Back then it was dupers. You had TKers, dupers. You had the guys who. I'm
hid in the
trying to think of
bushes.
like 0.8, 1.0. Bush campers, just bushes used to be impenetrable. Like shit was bad back then. And then you go over to like what the Vigor 2, and you've got the noob shield kids, you've got the armor platers, the SG1ers. But like comparatively, those groups, they're annoying. And a lot of them don't even exist now, but they're annoying, but they're like nothing compared to the like back in the day when there was a bush and it was a fucking iron shield and you'd mag dump into it and the guy would just look at you and you'd be like, ah, hello there. And you're just
Hello
dead.
there. Oh,
And you're just dead.
do you
And
mind if I take your soul? Yes.
yeah, they're just like, I have a Thompson. It is time for you to die. And you're like, oh, fuck me.
Back to the lobby. Yeah,
Or you
it's
boot into an encounter and you get fucking dashboarded and you're like, for real? For real? And I think it's just great. I think it is something that I hope more people look at, that if you haven't seen it already, to look at it. And because
yeah,
it's for veterans of this community, for people who've been in this community for just as long as me, you, Smokey, and others, it is one of the few ways that you can see what we went through way back. So when you're in the comments and you're going blah 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 about whatever, getting that context of what it used to be like is helpful in understanding that we've come a long way as a community, as a game, and as content creators as well. I mean, it's just think it's a beautiful show of progression, really.
yeah, I dig that. It's like a my focus on what the bigger is basically, so people that are looking forward to meet a new game, they can actually see what they can expect from the game.
Yeah.
Funny, random, clunky stuff is gonna happen, and you're gonna have
Yep.
fun with it. And even
Yep.
so, people that straight hate Bigor, they watch with the Bigor and said, "Man, I want to play Bigor. Man, I
Yeah.
want to play Bigor again," because
And
these things used to happen to me, and I did not enjoy them. And then they
Yeah.
enjoy those things, and actually made some more videos, or they based my content, so it was there's more people doing this kind of content like I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, like people
And yeah,
enjoy
I
it.
mean, on that note, I mean, what the Vigor also offers, I've been mainly focusing on that time aspect, but it does also in the moment impertinent. It is to a degree the acceptance that Vital is always going to be wacky, and you can either scream and shout in VSL rants and anger for 90 hours, or you can sit back and go, "What the fuck just happened?" and just laugh at it. And those I would say are the two takes of either what the Vigor, enjoying the quirkiness that occurs and accepting it for its absurdity, or going against the grain and ultimately tiring yourself out from the game and losing what fun there is to be had. I think that is
Yeah,
another important factor here.
yeah,
But
it's and
I think we should move into what are your goals for the future. I think unless you have something else you wish to add.
okay, so my goals for the future is just keep making what I love. It's basically me. Recently I actually got a spike,
Mhm.
actually a couple of days ago. It's like okay. When I made What the Bigger 2, my subscriber went up to 250 subscribers. Okay, it
Mhm.
took me straight 3 years to get on that point 250 subscribers. I was making a video every once in a while, at a time. It was random
Mhm.
time. But then last week, actually, 6 days ago, everything
Mhm.
changed. From one day to another, I like YouTube decided to show this video to everyone in the community of
Mhm.
like more gamers and all that. And my subscribers just straight jumped to the sky. Like they went through the
Mhm.
sky. Like right now, as of right now, I have 900 subscribers, and I'm kind of afraid because man, I gotta start to do again content more
Yeah,
frequently. Uh,
yeah,
like
definitely got to take it more, put more teeth into it.
yeah. So I have to come with new ideas, fresh ideas. I got the plan and everything, but that's basically what
We'll
I
be
see in my
excited to see
future.
that. I think all of us will be excited to see what those fresh new ideas end up translating into.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like a
Especially
maybe
us to be itself.
yeah, it's like a maybe I could be back again with the partners and all that. Like just helping you and all that kind. It's like uh, but maybe in the future, I don't know. It's just like time will only
Well,
tell.
time will
And
only tell. That's very wise.
yeah, it's like time will only tell. And as of right now, I'm just expecting just to make videos. Or I'm
Yeah.
more frequent, more consistent, like 2-3 weeks. Every 2-3 weeks, I should be making a video. Um,
And
and
I should, uh, speaking for us all, I think a lot of people will be excited to see that. I know I will be excited to see that increase in cost. I'm curious what projects we have to look forward to here. Um,
yeah, it's like a.
your impressive
I got
track
some
record.
ideas. I got some ideas for certain things that have happened in the community.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like basically what I want to do is help the bigger community to fall in love with the game again because a lot
Mhm.
of people left. But
Yeah.
it's about the clunkiness of this game that makes you fall in love. It's like the wanky, the straight, weird nature of the game that things can happen. Even so, there are a lot of troubles. But let's
Yeah.
focus on the good things
Yep. Yep.
about the game and all that. So
And that's a
yeah.
based mindset. Respectable. Very respectable. So to conclude here, what advice would you have for other content creators who are running against the mill, creating content that is unique and separate from others and maybe aren't having the same amount of success, or just advice in general?
Like my friend Colin Wake Up used to say, just do what you love. Like for real. Just do what you love, what you feel you're on. Like if you want to make some gameplays, go ahead and make some gameplays. Try to add this bias of uniqueness from you. Like try not to copycat other. Just because another guy started to make content and is going success is like a succeeding in that. Don't
Mhm.
try to copycat him. Just make your
Mhm.
own unique content. Just do what you love. That's
Respectable.
that's advice I
Respect.
can give to anyone. Try not to force yourself. Um, YouTube can be very wacky. Like
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like it took me 3 years to 200 subscribers, and now I'm going to the 1,000 subscribers, and my videos went viral. They were just
Mhm.
like 100 views, and now they're like 4,000,
Yeah.
10,000. But yeah, it's just like you should just focus on doing what you love
Mhm.
and what is good for you. That's the advice I can
That's some
give.
good advice. That's some good advice, and I hope people take heed on. But this has been great to be able to sit you down here. Maybe we'll be able to do this again in the future.
Maybe.
I know all of us are looking forward to see what you're going to be producing over the next couple months. And if you haven't checked out his videos already, definitely do so. They're great. Some of the better pieces of art in the Vigor community, for sure. Um, but that is all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for doing this with me, JCP. And
No problem.
Yeah.
I'll be
Hope to
doing
see you
more
all
content next time.
next time.